Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? It's Too Real Sports, where we keep it way too real.
Unapologetic, unbiased, uncensored.
And we actually...
That's crazy. I said last episode I was going to switch that up and get our own, like...
that's all right,
we
man.
gonna fix that, yeah.
We will. Content's so A1, man. Doesn't mind the details, man. With all this A1 content, we bring it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a draft that's about to start in 8 minutes. Fantasy football.
And
we about to juggle though. We about to juggle, man.
We gonna maintain our professionalism and still get to work on this fantasy. Everything's gonna be good.
We about to show you how it's done. So we gonna get into football is officially here, the real deal.
It's right around the corner.
I mean, it sucks for everybody because we all know the Cowboys is winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's like we got to go through all these weeks with just knowing how the end result's gonna be. But you know, for it being played out, we gonna break down and give our predictions on the season, division winners, and things like that. What else we gonna break down?
Yeah, I apologize for not providing no content, just laughing just now, because of course me and my partner over here, man, like we've been doing it for years, and I just like every year football season, he just told this Cowboy shit like he's so sure like Super Bowl, and this shit is dead funny. Like he said this again last year, and the year before, and the year before that, and
well, they hijacked us.
1995
conspiracy last year.
Yeah, man.
Zeke is free though. You know what I'm saying?
But we gonna get into who we think is gonna win each division, and break down who we think gonna get the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Man, right in the swing of things. It's that time, man. You already know.
Alright, so let's start out with the obvious, right? AFC East.
AFC East,
Patriots.
Patriots. That's my. I got notes in here, right? I got whole notes for each division, but that's all I have for the AFC East. Patriots.
Funny thing about the Patriots, when I was, writing this out, I was thinking, like, you never really know who's on the Patriots team till, like, week 6 or 8. You know what I'm saying? But what we do know is Tom Brady, Belichick, and Gronk is there, and no disrespect to Gronk, you don't even really need Gronk, as long as Tom Brady and Belichick is there. So Patriots, I ain't even gonna overtalk that.
Yeah, Patriots is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He's still out here not lifting weights and just bending air or whatever his trainer got him doing out here, but that's what it is, the Patriots.
Yeah, the GOAT. So the AFC West.
AFC West.
I got the Chargers winning that division. I got the Chargers. I like that defense a lot with Joey Bosa, Ingram coming off those edges, Casey Hayward, top 3, top 5 cornerback in the NFL. I like them a lot. On offense, Phillip Rivers, Allen, and Melvin Gordon over there at the skill position. So I like the Chargers a lot to win that division.
We on the same page, my brother. I got the Chargers too. Not only do I have the Chargers, I got the Chargers like doing a lot of like big things this year. I got the Chargers being one of the best teams in AFC entirely because, as you know, Phillip Rivers, he's at the end. He's like kind of sees the end light at the end of the tunnel. Not necessarily, but like he's at the like
that's the last of the peak.
That's my point. He's at the last of the at his peak. So and then at this Chargers team, his window is not. He don't have a big window. Mm-hmm. So I think he's gonna come out with a sense of urgency and like really kick some ass this shit. Mm-hmm. And they defense and they will rounded on the defensive like you said with Joey Bosa and Ingram coming off the edge with the pass rush and Casey Harry back there out there. So you already know. So and then they offense you got Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon out there. So
Keenan Allen had like 7 straight games with 100 yards or something crazy last year. Something crazy.
I don't know, but he just got to stay healthy though, man. He just got to stay healthy. He's injury prone, but everybody wants to one injury away from getting your team all fucking fucked up. But Keenan Allen's like he's injury prone, so hopefully he stay healthy. And I think Mike Williams is gonna do something this year. Mike Williams 7th pick last year, the 1st round pick for the Chargers. He had an rookie year, but I think he's gonna do some things this year. Hunter Henry tore his ACL, so he's not gonna be back in time to start the season. So hopefully he'll get more targets this way. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they keep that same mold of wide receivers there, and interchange them, and Phillip Rivers the gunslinger.
Yeah.
So
keep it a buck. I already said Mike Williams because I picked him in like my 14th pick in one of my fantasies already. So hopefully he'll sleep with this shit.
I dig it.
And it pays off. You heard?
I dig it. Now who you got in the South?
In the South, I got the Houston Texans coming out the South. They another great team that's defensively. You got Clowney coming back. You got J.J. Watt coming back. You got McKinley out there in the linebacker. You got they got Tyrann Mathieu out there signed free agency. You got Colvin from the Jaguars in free agency. So they got players on every level. They got somebody on the line, somebody in the linebacker, and somebody in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
Combine that with Deshaun Watson and then DeAndre Hopkins, and I think they bring it together this year and come out on top of that division. They're gonna be all right this year, I think. Injury wise, hopefully they stay healthy, and Will Fuller, hopefully he's come back. He already hurt. Something with his hamstring. So, but they got DeAndre out there. Yeah. I don't know who they tight end is whatever, but hopefully Lamar Miller have a little nice surprise in here, and Alfred Blue back up and whatever. Yeah, he's solid enough. Sean Watson's back. They got their quarterback. Hopefully he stay healthy and get things going. But I got the Texans coming out the South.
Same thing. I got the Texans for everything you said. The biggest thing, you named them all. The biggest thing for me is Honey Badger there. I love Honey Badger.
That's my man, for real, yo.
Love them since LSU. And so with that pickup, I think that takes them over the top. The Jaguars was the big boys of that division last time. I think they don't make the playoffs. Ramsey's talking a lot. Ramsey's talking a lot. So he can back it up. He can back it up.
Most definitely.
But what happens when you do that is the team. Can the team back it up? Can everybody else is not as good as you? Yeah. And you put that same type of pressure on them because now they got to back it up also. So I got the Jags out of that. And everything you said about the Texans, I agree with.
So who we got down?
We got the AFC North. You got any hope in the Hard Knocks Cleveland Browns? What's up?
I mean, they'll be better. They won't be 0-16. I mean, I think they'll be better.
Give me a win total for them this
year. I don't know, because Baker Mayfield is going to get in there, man. I think Baker Mayfield is going to get in the game. Tyrod's already hurt. The last image of Baker, you see him, that last game he had a good, nice little game. Last image of Tyrod, you see him with 5 points on the board at the end of the game with hurting his wrist. Baker and Mayfield.
They both played bad that game, though.
Yeah, they did, though, but Baker had it, but the last game, Tyrod didn't play. Baker did. He came out and played good. So
he lit up that last game, but if we keep it in a context, nobody plays the fourth preseason game, so he was lighting up people he should light up. Something I actually want to talk about later on in the show, but we'll segue into this now. We all love Hard Knocks, but I don't know, I might be tripping. You tell me if I'm tripping. But I feel like they're going real hard with trying to make Baker Mayfield the guy as far as Hard Knocks. Now, we know they get out, thousands and thousands of hours, so they can edit anyone to be the guy. And I feel like the last 3 shows have started out with Baker Mayfield, and the tip of the iceberg for me was the last episode where they had for it seemed like a minute of just him throwing the ball, and it was like some slow motion. I think he said the game slowing down, and then they just did this super dramatic slow motion throw. And I'm like, hold on. He's the backup quarterback. Now let me know if I'm taking it, too far, or if I'm being, too hypersensitive with it. But this is what I think. I think now we know all the skill positions are black, right? Mm-hmm. But when you start taking these beloved positions like the quarterback, which is a white man's position, it's like whoa. And they try to, the other stigmas about that is, wide receiver, running back, that's athletics, and the quarterback is thinking and smart. So that's why this is our position, Mm-hmm. So I feel like since Tyrod is the black quarterback and Baker Mayfield, highly talented, but he's not Cam Newton coming out of college. He's not Andrew Luck coming out of college. He's not this, we know he's a guaranteed big time. Some people felt it was a stretch taking, a lot of people felt it was a stretch taking him at number 1. He was never really number 1 on the board. So for them to just highlight him the way they do, which is un-Hard Knocks-like to me, I don't know. I feel it's like a racial undertone to that because of the position. Let me know if I'm tripping.
Nah, you never tripping on no racial undertone when it comes to that position in the NFL. But I don't think it may necessarily be this case because Baker Mayfield is at the end of the day the number 1 overall pick.
He is.
Tyrod never had that stigma with him above the shoulders. Nobody ever questioned Tyrod's intelligence. He's always got his just due as being a quote unquote smart quarterback, an intelligent quarterback. So I don't think that might necessarily be the case. I just think it's like the inevitable is about to happen with Baker eventually starting, and he's the number 1 overall pick. So and he's supposed to be bringing that franchise back. So I think that's what it's all about.
All right. So tell me this: how many games does the Browns win?
I'd say between 7 or 8 games.
So you got more.
Because I think their defense is going to be better than what everybody thinks too. Because Greg Williams is the coordinator, and then Myles Garrett. I don't know if I'm just drunk off the Hard Knocks, but
He's for real.
that motherfucker can't be blocked.
No, he's for
He's
real.
gonna be in somebody's quarterback face in that backfield all game, all year.
He's for real.
So, damn, that motherfucker can't be blocked, yo.
He's for real. He's for real. And pause. It was one time. I mean, I probably shouldn't say that. But he was putting his pads on and had his shirt off or whatever on the field, and he was just the way he's built. It's like God.
Like Optimus Prime. I was like, wait a minute.
golly,
Like, all right.
you know, because you normally see
Yeah.
defensive ends. A lot of them, if anything, are built from like here up. They
Yeah.
can still have this as a stomach. They don't got abs. No DNs have abs. And there up is all diesel.
Straight up.
But here down is regular
He was-
big man.
I was like-
He was like, I'm like, sheesh. So, all right, that was too much. Let's go. All right, so why I asked about the Browns and how many they gonna win, right? Is because you say 8 games. Then how do you put Baker Mayfield in?
I think he'll eventually get in. I think it'll
But how
like,
if we went in
because
up
it'll
to
be
7
like
or 8 games?
it's the Browns. At the end, it's still the Browns organization. Who knows, that owner might be impulsive. Like say like they got the Jets coming in. Like say if Sam Darnold coming in, you know Sam Darnold's about to start. Sam Darnold coming in town, he's doing alright, and then they say that, the Browns is like 0-2 whatever they first couple of the games, and like the owner gets itchy and like or the GM like just calls the shot, like just throwing Baker, throwing Baker. He might be in there, and then who knows? There might be a spark. You know, anything will spark a team. Like he might have to go on a little high, have his up and down. He'll be a rookie though, but I think their defense is gonna be surprisingly good this year. That's what I'm like more thinking about instead of like Baker, not necessarily Baker or Tyrod, but they defense more likely though.
They're gonna be real good. All right, like my fault. Let's get back to the winners. We did a lot for the losers.
Yeah.
Shout out y'all. But the Steelers gonna win. Oh yeah, I'm on the clock. Hey, so who you got winning the North? Hold on, I'm on the clock.
I got the North. That's an easy one. That's the Steelers. I got the Steelers winning the North. It's about to be Big Ben, AAB, Juju, Le'Veon. The show's about to roll on. They still got Cameron Haywood, the defensive Pro Bowl defensive end, getting all them sacks. They got the linebacker core. There I go. But they Joe Hayden's still there. Even though he's still not Joe Hayden, he's still a solid, serviceable DB. So I think overall their team is still good, and that like they division is not. It's not really much competition. It's like it's still going to be Big Ben. It's still the same team that's been there, winning that division, been in the playoffs for the last couple of years. So same old thing with that.
Yeah, man, look at this, man. We can make picks and give you grade A, you know what I'm saying, sports convo here. I've also got the Steelers, of course, you know, that offense is down. The defense is shaky, but that offense is just fully loaded. AB, Juju, Le'Veon. Le'Veon got to prove something to whatever team he's going to next time. Oh, I got the back end right there, right. You know what I'm saying? I like that's one of the good things about having those late picks.
Yeah,
you know, you get the
real.
second round early.
Bing bing.
So yeah, the Steelers they gonna run away with that. Now, let's get to the NFC.
NFC.
You kick this off while I get this pick.
You
You
want-
know Odell Beckham's here, and I'm not taking him.
You know, we might as well start with the East. You know, hopefully you won't spend too much time on the East, but I'm gonna keep it about. I got the Eagles winning the East, man. The Eagles coming right back with that defense. Like it's more the defense because like Nick Foles, like I don't like what he did in the playoffs last year. Goodness gracious, like that was one of the best quarterback performance I've ever seen in the NFL in the playoffs. Nick Foles obviously is not that caliber of player to sustain that type of play. So I think he'll come back down to earth eventually, and Carson Wentz will eventually get back in the game. But they defense, man, is stout. And Jordan Hicks will be back this year, linebacker. Hopefully he'll still healthy, but they still have that real disruptive defensive line led by Fletcher Cox, the All-Pro, and they added my man Michael Bennett, and then the veteran Nada and Lodi Nada. So they're gonna be stuffing the run like they was last year. They still got my man. Damn, of course I always go blank. My man the protester. I hate to call him the
Malcolm
protester.
Jenkins?
They got my man Malcolm Jenkins still hitting.
He said I hate to call him the protester.
Yeah, but they still got him out there disrupting, hitting crazy hits from the safety position. So,
Yeah.
and then I think overall they offense is well balanced. Even though Alshon Jeffrey hurt, their offense is well balanced with the running backs and catching the backfield with damn, I'm going blank again. But I know they got J.J. running the ball, and they have to Darren Sproles is back from injury, catching the backfield. They have Nelson Aguilar. They have probably the second or third best tight end in the game, Zach Ertz. They'll be fine until everybody gets back, I think. So, but the Eagles, Nate defense, they'll still be able to win the division. I got the Eagles winning the East this shit, man. Unfortunately, fuck the Eagles.
So with all objectivity, I got the Cowboys winning the division, of course.
This is insane.
First, with the Eagles. The Eagles, for one, was just actually not that good of a team last year. Sometimes it's just your time. I mean, they never won a Super Bowl before. So, the Cubs won one recently. It's just your time. From a Cowboy fan's perspective, we paid them the last game of the season. Nick Foles did play, and he played so bad that they yanked him out the game. So, they're not that good. They just caught some breaks, and that's how it happens. Luck, like I've said plenty of times, is just part of winning. And then they're playing with the sports cards where, the coach, Nick Foles, they both write books. Like, come on, y'all won the Super Bowl. Y'all won Super Bowl, y'all writing books now. Sheesh. So sports guys don't like that. I actually think they're gonna have a down year and a losing record this year. Cowboys, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott is gonna break the rushing record this year. He's on a revenge tour, you know what I'm saying, because of the conspiracy that went down last year. They knew what was happening. They tried to stop it, and they did for a year. But now they got to deal with them for a bunch of years, man. And it's just only going to start right now. 2,200 yards. 2,200 yards. You could bet on stuff like that in Vegas, right? Yeah. I'm not much of a better that way.
You can bet on that, most definitely.
I got to put a bet on that because 20. I don't know what that's going to flip to, but he definitely going to get 2,200 yards. Bet that. I want 10% when y'all do. And the Cowboys got that, man. The defense. Oh, let me get to the defense real quick. Let me get to the defense real quick. Jalen Smith, back from injury. Sean Lee, the linebacker group is going to be crazy. Awuzie, watch when you see him. He's going to be a Pro Bowler out the gate. He's going to lock Odell up week 2, I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Byron Jones, another one, back at corner now. I'm telling you, it's going to be a top 5 defense. I promise you that. And, like I keep shouting, Chris Rashad, he's changing the whole culture over there defensively. So with that and that, the moon.
Chris Rashad could probably change the culture, but he don't have the players over there right now to change the culture. Cowboys is all wobbled and injured right now.
Yeah, our first team defense ain't let up a touchdown in the preseason, right?
They still lost every game, so it's fine.
All right, cool. Not the first team.
They lost every game. The Cowboys is winless in the preseason.
While Dak played, he was winning every game. Just for the record.
And then speaking of that, Dak played 2 games. I know, the NFL football, it's about cohesiveness. It's about being in sync. What the fuck is Dak doing playing 2 games? Especially with this receiving core who ain't shit. Like you gotta build some kind of rapport with this receiving core. Somebody gotta emerge. Like where's the rapport at?
We'll see.
Like that's not enough time. So of course now it's gonna be like on the job training. They're gonna get their last couple of weeks of preseason. It's gonna be week 3 or 4. They'll probably be like about 1 and 3. But Zeke is gonna have a monster year though.
2,200.
Zeke is gonna have a monster year. He's gonna have to run for 2,000 yards for them to be successful. But if not, Zeke, he's gonna have a monster year. But Dak and whoever's gonna be catching the ball for them, I don't see it happening. I don't know what you're talking about in this top 5 defense. Like this Cowboys will not be nowhere near top 5 defense. You got a nice little pass rush.
I'm gonna take him in this fantasy draft.
Sean Lee's pretty good, but he made out of plastic cup material. The wind blow, he gonna get hurt. So he'll be going by like week 3 or 4, and then what? You just have the pass rush, and then once that don't work, and there's gonna be.
Wait till you see Jalen Smith. I'm just saying, wait till you see that kid.
Yeah, well, he is looking good, but he's starting to hopefully. I don't like injuries. I don't like to wish no injury, but he had a bad. He's coming back from a bad injury in college. He didn't look like his 100% self, but he's looking alright though.
He's using the word hope. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not. So, I don't see anything but that top 5. But Cowboys. I don't even see them making the playoffs. I see them winning about 8 games, 7-9, 8-8.
Now, NFC West, the Rams. They just got that deal done with Aaron Donald, signed him up. Mm-hmm. Smart. They're just too stacked over there. They have to. I love that coach, new age coach Sean McVay. I love him over there, and just the way they call that offense. So they too stacked. Aaron Donald, Talib, Marcus Peters. Woo! Marcus Peters, who I've always been high on. He just tweak out a little bit every now and then. So I'm really scared because they got a lot of tweaks. A lot of tweak modes over there. And I'm not sold on Jared Goff, but with all that talent, I mean, come on, you got to win a division. Who you got, bro?
Same with you. Give my brother. I got the Rams.
I mean,
Yo, like the Rams. Yo, they have everybody. they have everybody all over their teams. But like again, like I said before, man, football was about being in sync and being in cohesion. They have to come together as a unit. Like it would be a damn shame if they don't, because all the talent they got on that team. And then on top of that, the only thing I'm a little nervous about after their front line, is not really much after that. They don't got much depth. You know what I'm saying? They don't got much depth. A lot of money is tied up to their highest players right now, so they don't have a lot of depth. But if they come together as a unit, it's gonna be scary. That defense is gonna be crazy, disgusting. Sean McVay with his mind, his offensive mind, and what he does as a head coach, and put it in the bowl with Goff and Todd Gurley and all those receivers they got. They just got Brandon Cooks. They still got Cooper Kupp. They got Robert Woods. So that's one of the best receiving corps in the NFL on paper at least. And if they come together and they do it, it's gonna look looking real scary for that NFC.
Yeah, I like what they're doing over there. Now, if we get to the North, who you got in the North?
Who I got up? You can set it off for North actually.
I got the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is back. Big money, sheesh. 184 years, sheesh. That just makes me think, Dak, what are we gonna have to pay Dak? Because he's a top 3 quarterback. But Aaron Rodgers with that division, the Vikings, great opponents, always split with them, and that defense there is scary. But another thing similar to Zeke, but this is for a different reason because he was hurt. He got to come back and get revenge, and he got that big money, and he's made it the right stuff. Adams is what I want to see, how he becomes as a number 1 receiver. I want to see that running back. But they got Jimmy Graham over there now. I think that'll work out. I think this will actually probably be the best fit for Jimmy Graham since like a Drew Brees, because he's like a receiver type. You don't need him as a traditional tight end. So I got the Packers. Who you got?
Definitely got the Packers. Well, not definitely, but I got the Packers too. I was going back and forth with them, between them and the Vikings, because the Vikings are still going to be a top tier team in the NFL next year. But the Aaron Rodgers factor, and I think he got a lot of revenge on his mind. He got hurt last year. Packers didn't make the playoffs. And we all know, obviously, if he would have been there, they would have made the playoffs. So he's going to come back. Like you said, Devontae Adams. They still got Randall Cobb. The addition of Jimmy Graham, like you said. And they running back core. I don't know who's gonna merge out of them. They got Jones, they got Tom Montgomery, they got a couple of people back there. I don't know what's gonna merge, but if they run as a core, do it together, do that as a committee, I don't see it could probably be pretty good. They still got Clint Dix on deep. Their defense is still that's the only thing about the Packers. They got a couple of players, but like overall as a unit, they are not good, man.
Yeah, that's Aaron Rodgers and bust.
Yeah, exactly. So now I think he'll be back to his healthy self. Hopefully he stay healthy. Hopefully his line protect him. Hopefully don't take no crazy hits. He'll go down.
Collarbone is scary.
Exactly.
Man. I know. Yeah. I know it's Romo. Collarbone is scary.
I think Reed breaks. So hopefully he's still healthy. But he's healthy right now. That's what I'm going with right now. And Aaron Rodgers, that's who I got leading the pack show.
Real quick, I want to say I got for the wild cards in the AFC. I got the Raiders. I think Derek Carr's going to have a big bounce back year. Amari Cooper's got a lot to prove too. I'm not so sure about Gruden yet, but I just like the energy that's going on over there with Marshawn and everything. So I got the Raiders sneaking in there, and I got the Titans also. For some reason, Marcus Mariota's not a player I loved. He came out with Jameis Winston, and I loved Jameis. Jameis is on probation right now with me. But Marcus just knows how to win in the NFL. When I watch him, I don't love it. That offense is perfectly tailored for him, though. They do a great job with him over there. But with Derrick Henry and Dion Lewis over there now, I like them coming out as a wild card. I don't know who you think going to sneak out that thing in the AFC.
Yeah, like you say, you don't got them doing good this year and not making the playoffs, but I do. I got the Jaguars coming back for the playoffs, but as a wild card though, that defense is too stout. They still have that defense there,
big fact.
And then I think defense that caliber can carry a team to the playoffs. So I got them doing it again, and they still got Blake Bortles, but I think they're gonna be leaning a lot this year on Leonard Fournette, and I think Leonard Fournette is due for a big year this year. I think he's a great running back. Like I said, I probably did jump out the box, but Of course, I'm talking about health willing. I think he's the caliber of player to be a Hall of Fame running back talent wise. And I think, hey man, he got Leonard Fournette, man. That boy real.
Hall of
that
Fame.
boy,
That's a strong word.
I said it. You got that talent.
That's a strong.
If he stays healthy, and stays the ball and keeps on doing what he's doing, see with that gold jacket. But anyway, Leonard Fournette, they're gonna be carrying him on, leaning on him a lot. He'll be having probably 300 rushes this year. I think he's gonna go off this year and have a nice little year. So I got them, and of course, like it's take a little bold prediction on this one, but I got the Colts coming out as the other wild card team. Andrew Luck is back. Andrew Luck is healthy. As long as he's there, the Colts have a chance. Because every time he was there, even though they wasn't shit, even though the O-line wasn't all that shit, terrible. Even though their owner was sitting here getting caught with $300,000 in cash and mad perks, so he was still leading them to the playoffs. He was still an all-pro quarterback. He was still doing what he had to do. And I think this is one of the best teams Andrew Luck's been a part of since he's been in the Colts organization. Their defense still ain't shit, but offensively, they pretty alright this year. They got a nice tight end, well not a nice tight end, but a serviceable tight end, Jack Doyle. T.Y.'s back. Is Dante Moncrief? That's what Dante Moncrief is still there? Or did he get shot? I don't know. It don't matter. Andrew Luck is back.
Nah, didn't he go to Patriots? I mean, that was the last stop. I don't know where he's at now.
It don't matter, though. I just know Andrew Luck is back, and that's why I'm putting the ball in their hands, so I got them making the playoffs, too.
For the NFC, for the wild card, I have the Vikings.
Now, we did South?
For the
NFC?
Who's the South? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
So right. For the South, my bad. Who you got?
I got the Falcons, man. I got the Falcons coming out the NFC South, and then usually you would talk about the Falcons. You think Julio Jones and the offense and Matt Ryan. Nah, man. I'm talking about that defense. That defense, man. The Falcons have the fastest defense in the NFL, and they pretty good, man. They got a nice defense. They got Quinn there, the coordinator. He's just like his fourth or fifth year, I don't know, but he's been there with the same core group guys. So they got the nice little unit. They play cohesively. They got the leading sack rush in the NFL. And what's his name? Vince? Nah, what's his name? I wrote it down. Vince? Vic Beasley out there coming off the edge. They have a nice unit. And of course, what they do offensively, the Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman back there. They got the wide receivers, Mohamed Sanu. Of course, Julio Jones. They got the tight end.
Calvin Ridley's there.
Oh, Cal, yeah, they got Cal. So now their offense is gonna be back to being explosive. And this is the same team. The defense don't turn over the ball. They don't do a lot of takeaways, but you're not gonna score a lot of points on them, man. Mm-hmm. So I think combine that with their offense, they'll be a nice team. And they still have Matt Ryan there. He's a serviceable, even though he's kind of up and down these last couple of years at the quarterback position. He's still top 10, top 15 quarterback in the NFL. As long as you have one of those back there and that talent around here, and those skill players surrounding you, and that defense is that there, got to be doing quietly on the low big things this year.
I got the Saints coming out of there. Peyton Breeze, it's like they could just do it forever. Love that play calling. Michael Thomas over there. Alvin's gonna have a big year. Ingram suspended the first 4 games, 3 games, 4 games. So Alvin, but that's no problem. They'll probably score more points that way, just because I have to force feed Alvin some more. That kid is special, yo. The defense came alive towards the end. I love Jordan on the line there. And they got those young DBs over there. So I like the Saints a lot. Falcons, now I'll lead that to the wild card. I got the Falcons going to the wild card, but I'm scared of the Falcons' offense. Ever since they changed coordinators, ever since Kyle Shanahan left over there, they haven't been able to put up points. And I know it's the preseason, but I watched them. One of my homeboys is a Falcon fan, to be honest, so that's why I watched them more than anything. Because we just talk shit and all that. And the offense still look shaky. Still look real suspect over there. When they played, the dress rehearsal game against the Jags, it is the Jags, but when they played the dress rehearsal game, they scored 6 points. So, I don't know. I got them coming out the wild card, but I think Kyle Shanahan and that offense was the major key. And then I got the Vikings coming out, also the other wild card. That defense is just too great over there. Plus, they got great players with Dalvin Cook. You know what I'm saying? They got players like Dalvin Cook, who's coming back, and then those wide receivers and everything like that. Kirk Cousins, I don't love, but with that talent over there, and really, like we said, that defense, Griffin, Xavier Rhodes, they'll be fine. They got the best safety in the game, I think, over there, a top 3 safety. Mm-hmm. So I like them at least getting a wild card position.
Yeah, that's one of my wild card teams too. I got the Vikings. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Kirk Cousins, I'm not a big fan of him, but he's better than Case Keenum. He's still an upgrade from that. So Stephon Diggs is still out there, Adam Thielen's still out there, Kyle Woodle still out there, the tight end. Like you said, Dalvin Cook coming back, and then he got Tavis Murray still there just in case, catching out the backfield just in case something happens. Dalvin Cook tore his ACL last year, so hopefully he'll bounce back from that. And they defense, like you said, they got this top 5 defense in the NFL. You have one of those, you're going to be just fine in the league. Top of that with the explosive offense, they'll be fine. And of course, I got the New York Football Giants as the other wild card making the playoffs. They got our offensive line is kind of patched up. It's better than one of last year. Eli got some time. Eric Flowers is still a roller coaster player, but he's not on the left side no more. We got Soldier there for that all season. We got a nice draft pick in Will Hernandez, who's a nasty beast at the left guard position. He's gonna be out there making big old gaps for my man Saquon, because he's gonna be out of there with the rocket blasters. He can be out there, and you already know Odell is back. He can be out there with his antics dancing. Who cares? He dances. I don't care. He gets touchdowns. That's all I'm worried about. Of course, you got the future Hall of Famer and 2-time Super Bowl MVP Eli Manning coming back. You give him another extra second in the pocket. You already know what's gonna happen. He got out there, Sterling Shepard out in the end. We have Evan Ingram, another wide receiver tight end. We're going to be just fine, man. Giants will be back this year.
We're going to be just fine don't really sound too confident to me.
Excuse me?
We're going to be just fine? That don't really sound
No, we'll be fine. Our defense is just fine. Like our defense did great. Did not necessarily did great last year, but they held it down. But what can they else? How much they going to keep on doing when the offense can't score?
So y'all give
Odell, I've never seen it. Yeah, what happened?
I give Odell $95 million. Mm-hmm. I tried to warn y'all. And what does he do the very next game? Blow in Eli's ear in the middle of a game while Eli and the quarterbacks are trying to relay stuff about the offense. The kid ain't going to grow up, man. And, that's cool if you want that there, but your record is 21-26 with Odell. He's just not a winner, bro, and it's just not going to start now. So I understand the optimism, but it ain't happening. Now, should we get into awards or Super Bowl?
We could get to the awards real quick.
We're going to get to the awards. So let's kick it off with the granddaddy, the MVP.
MVP, like I said, the main reason I don't have the Vikings winning that division because they one of the best teams in the NFL, man. Honestly, keeping it a buck. But Aaron Rodgers is going to come back doing people filthy. It's disgusting. He's going to come back, put up numbers. He gonna rock the bells. He's going to put up crazy numbers. He's going to lead the Packers to that division champ. And I think he's going to get it.
I don't know if you did this on purpose, but Rock the Bells and Cow, Cheesehead, that was kind of cool. They try to sneak a pick on me real quick. So for MVP, of course, I got Ezekiel Elliott. Like I told y'all, he's going to get 2,200 yards. And if you get 2,200 yards and break the all-time record, then you win the MVP, and that's what's going to happen. And I see great things for Zeke and that Cowboys team, but I'll get I'll get more to that later on. So, Defensive Player of the Year, and I ain't biased or nothing, right? I just only tell me what my eyes see. But DeMarcus Lawrence is going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Tank Johnson, number 90 of the Cowboys. It's just a coincidence. Coming off the edge, he missed the sack when, having the most sacks in the NFL last year by a half a sack. And so he's still not have a long-term deal, so he still wants to get that. He's on the franchise tag. And so he's just only going to build off that. He would have been great early on, but he struggled with injuries early on in his career. So now he's getting his foot in. Like I said, he's playing for that long-term contract. All bias aside, there's a lot of great defensive players out there who's going to do great. But DeMarcus Lawrence will be the best. Who you got?
Before I say who I got, I just want to thank everybody for the support over the last 25 episodes, and then I promise y'all, by episode 26, I will have the unbiased part out of the beginning intro because he got to be out of his damn mind if he honestly, DeMarcus, forget it. I got Joey Bosa, man. I think he's going to come and have a little breakout year. He's going to be coming off the edges crazy. Not crazy, but yeah, crazy. Because I think the Chargers have a low-key, pretty damn good style defense. And then they tend to give the defensive player of the year to one of the best teams. Obviously, the Cowboys not going to be one of the best teams in the NFL this year. DeMarcus Lawrence is not going to be in the run for defensive player of the year. There's too much going on for that. He's not going to be nowhere near the conversation. But I got Joey Bosa coming in there as defensive player of the year.
I rock with Bosa.
It's a little safe. I ain't really go out.
I rock with Bosa. I rock with Bosa. I can see him being second in sacks to DeMarcus Lawrence, being first.
Ain't he, man? He gonna be double teamed. Like, ain't your man is like still suspended? The other dude, Edmund or something, whatever his name is.
David Irvin is suspended for 4 games. We got to change the
now
marijuana
we can
policy
double
in the
him up
NFL.
now.
But no, we got Randy Gregory. Did you see him? They was raving about him when we played that TV game. Chris Collinsworth was raving about him. You see him? He's getting a sack last 2 games. My man has also been struggling with past marijuana use. Not that it's his fault. We just got to change the rules. But it's really about mental health
right
and
now.
all seriousness.
He's not on the field because he's suspended.
Well, different people have different mental health issues, and we need to take that more seriously. And everybody medicates in a different way. So hopefully the NFL will get rid of that. But my man right now is
mental health because he want to get high off the weed, off the bud.
You want that, or you want him to, spaz out on people?
It's not a mental health issue. It's just a terrible policy within the NFL to have that weed rule and then really suspend players for that nonsense.
Well, right now he good. David Irvin's not, but he'll be back. Don't worry, y'all see him the second time we play. They can't really double DeMarcus too much. Super Bowl.
Like I said, I try to give a little nudge, to give a little heads up in the beginning. Like I said, I got big things coming from the Chargers this year. I finally got them getting together, health wise. I think that I got them coming out the AFC, going to the Super Bowl this year. What you got coming out the AFC?
You, my brother.
Doing it for too long.
I also got the Chargers. I thought I was being low. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was coming up with some genius shit, but we both sports geniuses, so it only makes sense.
Too long. Cat, pull up. Who you got coming out the AFC, man? Come on,
the
man.
Cowboys. You want to say the Cowboys?
Matter of fact, stay over there.
The Cowboys out the AFC. But yeah, I got the Chargers coming out of there. Like you said, Phillip Rivers is a person who I have a high regard for. He's just had some, one-sided teams as far as the offense is great, but the defense hasn't been. So I think this is when he breaks through. Like we said, it's towards the end of the prime for him. And for him to guarantee that Hall of Fame right now, he's in that in-between slot, definitely over Eli Manning. But he's still in that in-between spot. For him to get over, I think he got to get to that Super Bowl, and this is it.
I agree with you there.
NFC.
It's going to surprise a lot of people. I don't think there's a lot of people on a lot of people's radar coming out the NFC. But I got the Falcons coming out the AFC. I really like their defense, and I like their offense. And I think combining those two is going to be tough to beat, especially in the playoffs. They have the experience. They've been there before. And I think they're going to come together again this year, perform as that unit, and get it done. Come out the NFC, man. And the Falcons.
All bias aside, just from just my sports mind and what I see, you can go back, check the history. You can see I'm not just no average sports brain. I got the Cowboys coming out the NFC to the Super Bowl. Now, Dak is a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. This is his 3rd year. He's learned from his quote-unquote down year last year. So it won't be any forcing of throws, so the interceptions will go back to what we know them as. And again, Ezekiel Elliott, 2,200 yards. That's what he's going to get. And you get 2,200 yards, you're going to win a lot of games. Now, we know Travis Fredericks, we found out, has an immune disease. I don't know, I can't name it. I don't want to mess it up. Prayers, of course, out for him and everything like that. It's bigger than football. But he'll be back by then. Not to bring it right back to football. But even beyond that, Joe Looney, who's our best backup lineman anyway, and one of the leaders in our locker room, is who's filling in. So I think it'll be one of those things where we play for him. It'll be just another added motivation Unfortunately, Jerry and the rest of the Jones family just wants to throw every distraction out there possible. It hasn't happened yet as of today, but hopefully by the time this come out, Earl Thomas will be there, and that'll just seal the deal. And so I got the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Earl Thomas is not walking through them doors anytime soon. It's not done. As of yet, he's not there, so you can't be making no Earl Thomas coming through and save the day. He's not there. Y'all in Seattle with the Kofi people still. So until he is actually in the Dallas uniform, you shouldn't even be talking about no Earl Thomas. He's not there. He don't have an effect on the Cowboys whatsoever. So therefore, that secondary is super trash, like it's been for the last couple of years. It's gonna be a big old problem this year. Again.
Chris Richard. I'm saying it. Chris Richard.
Yeah, you have to have the personnel. He had KJ Wright. He had Bobby Wag. He had the players out there. He had Killer Cam Cancel out there. He had the players. He had Richard Sherman. Earl T had the players. Dallas did not.
Maybe you can make a case that he made them. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
We'll see. Make another. He make another one then.
I mean, I'm trying to give you a heads up, bro. If you don't see it, you don't see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to let you know it's coming. I'm trying to just wink and give it to you real quick before it happens, so you don't make no Giants versus the Cowboys bets.
Make another hole.
But winners.
And I finally got Phillip Rivers getting that monkey off his back and winning that Super Bowl. I got the Chargers beating the Falcons in the Super Bowl. A nice little shootout, possibly. Maybe not. They got stout defenses, but they both have the offensive personnel to have a little shootout. But I got the Chargers coming out on top in the Super Bowl.
Alright, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. Because initially I had the Chargers winning, Phillip Rivers getting the Super Bowl, all that. And right now I was just panicking in my seat. I was panicking. I'm like, damn, Cowboys lose? I don't even fathom it in my brain. I can't even believe I just said it out loud just now. And so, yeah, I got the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Crazy.
I got the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. I almost tried to outsmart myself real quick, but I got the Cowboys winning. Unfortunately, I don't think Jason Garrett is a Super Bowl coach. I really believe that in my heart, so I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe, I don't want to wish nothing on him, but maybe he just wants to spend time with his family. Maybe he pulls a Tyrone Lue and leaves for a little while, and then Chris Richard takes over, and he leads us to the promised land. And I do believe, even with Zeke being the NFL MVP with the 2,200 yards, Dak Prescott will show his worth, especially with that big contract coming around the corner, and be the Super Bowl MVP. So I got the Dallas Cowboys winning the Super Bowl this year. I mean it.
And all I just want to say is, y'all heard me say a little joke in there, and how I'm going to take the unbiased part of the intro, but like, I invite y'all to come through. And like when the Dallas Cowboys are mathematically out of the playoffs, come through and because he sincerely believes this crazy shit. So I want y'all to come through and see the sincere frustration this man's gonna like just release. He's gonna be punching the air. He's gonna be putting hits out on people. He's gonna be screaming and cursing. He's gonna be pissed off, and it's gonna be quite funny. I think the shirt might come off because he sincerely believes this, and it's year after year I get this joy and pleasure to watch this man go through this such frustration when the Dallas Cowboys lose or like something like. I can't wait, my brother. Same old time, same old year, same old thing.
It ain't happening, I promise you.
Jason Garrett's still there. I mean,
yeah, that's the one thing I worry about. I can't lie.
Jason Garrett's still there, so
now. We done kind of went over Draymond Green. You so lucky because I had some stuff to say about you in the shop. You just pissing me off. Oh man, I ain't even gonna get into it. I might get into it later. I don't know. So you're lucky though. We just gonna keep it NFL right now. Damn, we here, bro. Football is here.
Man,
no more Sundays without it, man.
Get that extra income.
Well,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's a fit act. Next time we'll be around. We'll be breaking down what happened with the Cowboys and Giants. I tried to warn you about the secondary, man. Y'all gave that boy $95 million, and man.
It's gonna be crazy. Jalen gonna have a bad first week because Odell's gonna go fucking crazy. He's gonna go crazy, and everybody's gonna make fun of Jalen Ramsey for talking all this crazy.
You talking about we not playing the preseason? Your diva wide receiver ain't playing.
He's alright though. He's still.
Hey, you know what I remember about Odell too? That we forget?
What happened?
How did his career start? How did
So,
the first 4 games
on the
start?
injury list.
All right, that's all I wanted to say. On the injured list, we've been saying this for years. He's been more injured than not. But that's y'all 95, man. My brother.
Yes, sir.
We out of this joint.
Hey.